5,
Smash.
4, 3, 2, 1. What's the word and what's good, everybody? It's February, and we're celebrating Black excellence and contribution. I'm joined here with TJ, the media extraordinaire.
The one and only.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're going to introduce y'all to a new show we like to call Success Food. And coming up, we have an amazing show for you. Man with only a 6th grade education that changed history.
The origin of Black History Month.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And learn where the phrase "the real McCoy" came from.
And a Black and female film director.
All coming up next, right here on Success Food.
DJ Mr. Success.
And welcome back to Success Food. We're here, TJ, the media extraordinaire, and me, Sammy, Mr. Success Thompson, and ladies first, so I'm gonna let you do your thing, Miss TJ.
All right, let's get into it. No, I'm just kidding. I really just wanted to show off my boots. All right, we're really get into it now.
Right.
I guess you could say it's like our first story.
Yeah.
Podcast of this episode. We're gonna get into Black History Month, how it all started. I know we all celebrated, and well, most of us celebrated. A lot of us celebrated, and we have this month every year. And do any of us really know where it comes from? Do you know where it comes from?
Yeah, because actually on my first show I talked about the guy, you know, and I'm quite sure.
Let's see if
about Mr. Woods.
Let's our stories match up, shall we?
Right.
Okay, so we celebrate Black History Month for 28 days. I need to stop feeling so comfortable. These chairs are
29 on the leap year.
Yeah, exactly. So these chairs are comfortable. I'm like, all the way back. Yeah, anyway. So we celebrate Black History Month for 28 days a year, like Sammy said, 29 days, depending on whether there is a leap year. So we celebrate it each month, each February. And for a lot of us, the celebration continues year-round. But where does it come from? Well, according to history.com, Black History Month started way back in 1915. This was a half century, I think it is. Yes, a half century after the 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States. And Harvard-trained Carter G. Woodson, the guy? Mm-hmm. Carter G. Woodson and a well-known minister named Jesse E. Moreland, they founded, let me look at this, let me read my notes so I can get this right. The Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, a mouthful. It was dedicated to researching and promoting achievements made by Black Americans and those of African descent. The organization is still holding strong today, but they swapped out the Negro for African American because we are politically correct in the 21st century. Right? Okay. So this same group, they sponsored a National History Week, a National Negro History Week. They sponsored this in 1926. They chose the second week in February because it coincides with Abraham Lincoln's birthday and also Frederick Douglass's birthday. Go figure. By the 1960s, the week had evolved into an entire month. And on many college campuses and within the communities, they were celebrating this, having celebrations and meetings and, different things to commemorate this time. In 1976, President Gerald Ford, he officially recognized Black History Month in 1976. And in a quote from Mr. Ford, he urged the public to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout history. Basically, we do that. We got it going on. Indeed. And that's how Black History Month started.
So check out my video. It was called Top Notch Show a couple of years back, but that was like the first episode I done. It was about college university. So
a little late.
Match.
Late to the party.
So check out that episode too. and here it is, my piece. Right here in the Windy City, 1922. Sam Taylor, an African American with just a 6th grade education, set to change history. From coal stalker to saloon runner, swept floors at a magazine publisher company, but it was his collaboration with a neighbor, Robert Patterson, sparked his interest in electrical work. In pursuit of a dream, Sam encountered a roadblock when a corresponding course refused to reach him, solely based on the color of his skin. Undeterred, he birthed the Taylor Electric Company. Sam's work lit up the district of Chicago, gracing establishments like the Blue Star Auto, even Al Capone's domain. In the 1930s marked a clash with the notorious Umbrella Mike. It's a whole nother story. It ain't got nothing to do with Black history, but of course you see that his lights contributed to a lot of things. Al Capone remained, that's deep there. As Sam fought for membership in the International Brotherhood of the Electrical Workers, IBEW, Local 1341. Today, Taylor's Electric Company stands as one of the oldest family-owned, Black-owned business in the U.S., a testament to Sam Taylor's unyielding spirit. As the Taylor Company continues to illuminate Chicago, remember Sam Lennis.
Yeah.
I got my story from
Cyphosaurus.
TikTok, actually, the pastime. Pastime on TikTok. And I did research, I looked up the man, and the story was correct.
Interesting. Come through TikTok. Okay, so my story, which did not come from TikTok. I
literally saw the story on TikTok. Sorry.
Right there. Moving right along. Moving right along. Who is Ava DuVernay? Oh wait, my source. I started there. The source is Time Magazine and also Ridley Scott Associates. And there's one more that I can't recall, but I loosely paraphrase, so I don't really even know if I could need to fight that. Anyway, who is Ava DuVernay? I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly because I didn't have time to do a pronunciation check right there. But who is Ava DuVernay? You may not have heard of her, but you may have heard of her projects. She is a Black and female TV and film director. She has put out projects such as Selma. I know we know what that is. Selma, Queen Sugar, Origin from last year, real popular. And When They See Us, to name a few. She is, let me see. Yeah, so she is the first Black female director to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar. Okay, that is a big deal. And her film 13th it's called. It earned her that honor. And in fact, she has been nominated for two Academy Awards and 4 Golden Globes. In my opinion, she should have won a few more. Okay. Selma was one of 2015's most critically acclaimed films. Like we know the story of the march, Martin Luther King, It was really good. And let's see, her projects, they delve into the lives and the experience of our fellow, or I guess maybe not all of our fellow, but our African American, our lives and our experiences. She explores topics such as racism and oppression, and she does it beautifully, which is why she's been nominated for such an esteemed award. That's Ava DuVernay. Setting the bar and setting it high.
I don't probably just saw a lot of her work.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure you've seen Selma.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that this who was the director. I just thought it was like one of those things, like I'm blanking. So embarrassing. But the guy who did Django,
Okay.
I can't. I know who it is, and I'm kicking myself because I know who it is. But he's not black. And he produced that film. It's just really cool because I thought it was one of those things where there was like this white guy or this non-black guy or black person got like the right to tell the story of the black people. I thought it was like that, but no, this is like one of our own doing this thing. It's great.
Great history learned right here on Success.
Cool.
Coming up now. Ever heard of the real McCoy? Ever heard of that phrase? We all have heard that before. I'm the real McCoy. Mr. Success, the one and only. But it originated from a man named Elijah McCoy, born in 1844 in Canada to fugitive slaves who had escaped through the Underground Railroad. Elijah's interest in mechanical services was, I guess, grew on him at a young age. His parents recognized his potential and sent him to Scotland for an apprenticeship in mechanical engineering. Upon his return, he faced racial barriers, go figures back then, that prevented him from working as an engineer. He took a job as a fireman and an oiler for the Michigan Central Railroad. Okay. It was here he invented a superior automatic oiling system for steam locomotives. This invention was so effective that allowed trains to run continuously. Wow. Without stopping for maintenance, revolutionizing the industry. His product was so sought for that people specifically asked for the real McCoy. That's what's up. His legacy stands beyond his invention. So remember, when you hear the word, the real McCoy, you're hearing the echo of a man who changed the world against all odds, Elijah McCoy. And I got this story off TikTok as well from the same at the past time on TikTok. Check that guy out. He had a lot of history topics that caught my eye that I wasn't aware of. So, cause I always used to say that when he was young, especially playing football, the real McCoy, everybody, a lot of people in sports knew for the real McCoy. So it's good to know where the phrase comes.
Fascinating.
Yes. And so what we got next here, TJ?
I don't know. I think there maybe one more thing to talk about. It's not really a story.
Yeah.
I think it's just a conversation.
Yeah, conversation about what's going on really in the world, especially here on Black History Month. I mean, I look all the time. I used to hear people like, us as Black people don't own nothing. You can't hide this. And it's like when one of us do grow and get successful, it's always us as a people to tear us down ourselves, and I mean, it's like a lot of stuff going on. I'm like with the comedians arguing, they even got pastors out there arguing, the whole color purple thing and stuff like that that's going on. I would like to actually talk about that first.
Can't leave out Cat Williams.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with like the comedian. I'm gonna start with like the color purple thing with Oprah and Taraji P. Henson.
Oh, before you get started, actually, I did some research into that topic. That's hearsay. It's just rumors that there's beef between Oprah and Taraji. There's no like legitimacy behind that. Nothing's wrong with their relationship.
That's like
Let's mouth moving.
Of us people, but we strive for stuff like
Yeah.
that, you know, and it's
That's a great point, actually.
I mean, that is, so I'm glad that you could clear that up. People just tend to want to tear people down and make them like they're better than something. And speaking of which, I'm gonna go with what you talked about, Cat Williams with the whole Steve Harvey, Cedric Entertainer, and that type of stuff like that. You know, it's saying that he stole jokes. Or whatever beef you got with. Stop trying to tell them the wearing the dress thing, all other little stuff.
I just wonder if I were to stand here and like tell a Cat Williams joke that I had heard, would I be then considered as a joke thief? If I like put my own spin on a joke that he told, isn't that what jokes are? Aren't they all recycled at this point?
It's just one thing about a joke still in the net. You trying to ruin and tear down.
I mean, but the point isn't the joke, it's how you deliver it, right? Okay.
It's other things that got stolen from us. Looking like rock and roll movies and all this other rap is slipping from us, shoulder to shoulder, you know what I mean? But anyway, you know, I'm just saying, it's a lot of stuff been stolen away from us for you to just come at just them. I mean, impress me with going after
but they're not coming after like other people stealing. They're coming after like after our own. Like that's the thing. There was some reel that I saw where there was some guy, he was well known somehow. But he was talking about like it's never anybody else that's coming after me, it's my own people. He used the more colorful language that started in a lot. But he was just saying it's my own people who come after me. It's not even anybody else I gotta worry about. It's my own people.
But here's the thing, you want to come at somebody for being wrong. I mean, he mentioned it several times about like the puppet string pullers, this, that, and the other, whatever. Okay, if this guy, them just puppets, don't impress me, go after the string pullers.
Right.
You know, if you're a big man, go after the string pullers. I mess with the people because all it look like you want to do is unhook them off the strings and get hooked on it yourself. To me, that's just me. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it.
I was just trying to say earlier though that you know jokes. You could talk about stealing a joke, but you know anybody could tell a joke, right? I could tell a joke. Sammy could tell a joke. You could tell a joke, right? At home, wherever you are. But like, it's how you deliver it, right? So okay, say Cat Williams said a joke. And then Timothy Bourbonnais, I don't know, off the street, it's just like tells the same joke. Would you pay to see Cat Williams or would you pay to see Timothy? Like, how do you steal a joke? It's just like it's who you are, your presence, your charisma, how you deliver it. Why are we worried about the fact that someone said it first? I don't get that.
Just, keep confusion in our community so we won't grow. And it's just a lot of us that watch it and view it and applaud it. That's actually add fuels to the fire and stuff like that, you know.
I mean, I don't know. It's a Black person thing, but I also think it's like a human condition thing because of just how like reality TV in general, it's like we all live to tear each other down. We live to watch each other tear each other down. It's insane. And yes, this is Black History Month and it's important. We need to lift ourselves up, our brothers, our sisters. We need to come together, support each other, not hate on each other. We love each other. It's so hard to be a person in this world, in this skin, with this color of skin and this texture of hair. Like it's hard. But it's also a human thing because we're all human at the end of the day. And sometimes I find exception with celebrating Black history once a month out of the year because I feel like it's an everyday thing. We're all people. We should be celebrated every single day of the year for the rest of time. And that's how I feel about it.
And yes, and it's like us as mankind, period, not just Blacks, we all do tear down each other and stuff like that. And it shows more on us people of color. Because the world is watching. We always claim that we don't have this, we don't have that, we tear each other down. It's preachers out there arguing back and forth with each other about the word, what's in the Bible, who knows the Lord better. And it's looking ridiculous because the world is watching. It's just looking at us act just act out, basically. And I'm gonna tell you a reason why like real leaders can't get out. It's like people that they make look like just straight street dudes that's locked up in the Colorado Federal Penitentiary that used to teach these people, they get people off the street is supposed to stop crime and murder rates and stuff like that. Names like some of these leaders out here, the streetwise, each time one of them got locked up, the murder rate, crime rate went up and up and up, and now it's at like an all-time high and stuff. If you get a person off the street, I thought it was supposed to be to make the street safer and better, but these are guys used to make people sit down, negotiate, talk out. That's why the crime rate went up, because it was rules and regulations we had to be about out here on these streets. And not to get off the subject what we're talking about, like the whole thing, but it goes in the fact, don't nobody want to negotiate no more. They want to sit down and talk out their gifts. Preachers should be able to sit down and talk without arguing about the word in the book. A comedian, if you got some beef on your chest, so you don't have to go public. You can pull that man to the side, y'all can sit down and talk as men or women. If it's money issues or feel you can't get paid enough, it's ways you can sit down and talk about. So people may be greedy, but people that got beat out of a lot of other things, more important things, freedom. Before there's a lot of stuff go on. Just be thankful for the spot you in and what you got. Try to help build each other. It's people, kids looking at you, the world looking at you. Be a role model. Teach people how to negotiate, get along in peace. Anything, somebody do something you don't like, you got to teach the people how to sit down and negotiate and work it out. That's what I got to say. You heard that from Mr. Success.
The one and only.
You got anything to add to this? The media extraordinaire.
I think we summed it up quite nicely, but I think I might say that I don't know. I think sorry. My brain just failed on me.
So good. It's the first show. Just want to put something out here for the Black History Month. In case you guys wondering what these hats in there for, just basically put them up for decoration. They plastic.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, let's end the show that way.
Let's do it. So let's end the show.
Let me sit up. Let's end the show on a high note, okay? For all our Black men and women, male and female, all ages, shapes, sizes, tones, shades. Celebrate yourself, celebrate each other, keep doing you, keep progressing, keep moving forward, keep knocking down those barriers, crossing those bridges, building those statues, make a name for yourself and, love each other. Black is beautiful. Human is beautiful. We're all in this together, like High School Musical. That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. I love that piece.
Good old Disney Channel corniness. Let's go.
All right. Hopefully you guys see us again. I'm quite sure we're gonna try to do one more.
Oh my God.
Sammy,
I forgot the best part of my so-called speech.
What's that? Go ahead.
For all these phenomenal Black women, Black men, and people, humans in general, hats off to you. Hats off to you.
Okay, solid.
All right, everybody. Until next time.
I should have been wearing this the whole
Peace out. Yeah.
DJ Mr. Success.